Hello, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. In this video, I'm going to talk about why you are goals to somebody else and why you need to walk around in your life acting like it. Before I jump into the video, I do want to let you know that down in the description box down below, I have plenty of manifestation group programs coming up where I teach you all about how to repair your self-concept at a foundational level to really change the trajectory and quality of the types of romantic connections you have from here on out. I also do have a lovely program coming up that is all the programs right now are 75% off. So the Black Friday sale has been continued due to the overwhelming demand on my website and a couple of glitches that occurred with that many people on the website. The other program down there that is going to come up directly after that is the How to Get Them Obsessed with You program, the course. Essentially, what we're going to be doing in this course is I'm going to break down the mindset of how I have always successfully been capable of getting people to be obsessed with me with little to no effort. So it's great for my guys trying to manifest obsession from women. It's great for my girls trying to manifest obsession with men, or same-sex couples as well. When you learn that how to get people obsessed with you is all about the mindset, and you focus on the mindset and you master the mindset, you'd be surprised how fast things change in your reality. I also do have tons of manifestation products down below in general, subliminals, manifestation coloring books, and so much more. So if you guys are interested in that, you can click directly down below and grab it. But let's get into the video. I've been taking a lot of calls recently, as well as my family members as well, who work as coaches for me. And one common theme that I went on a little bit of a rant in one of my group programs right now, which is the How to Dissolve Money Blockages program, is you are goals. Walk around and act like it. And essentially what I mean when I say this is so many people are shaming themselves, criticizing themselves, talking down on themselves, negative self-talking their situation, whether that be financially, whether that be romantically, whether that be in lifestyle or any aspect of life, because they are not where they want to be. Now, I did quite of an elongated post in my Facebook group, which is down below, which is just a community of like-minded people trying to support each other on a manifestation journey. Where I talked about there's a difference between being a factual person and reporting the facts in your reality as if you're some type of a news reporter, and there's a difference between what you want to create next. If you continue to place focus and report the facts of your 3D in these types of Facebook groups, Reddit forums, etc., YouTube comments, and then wonder why the 3D doesn't change, at the end of the day, what you need to realize after a certain point in time is reflection and observation and taking notes of where you are and understanding it's not where you want to be. Great. We love that for you. But you're also not silly. You're also not stupid. You're also not dumb. So you can take note of it like once. You can take note of it like twice and write it out maybe, or journal it and meditate on it. But you don't need to be reporting that stuff as if you're some type of a news anchor, because where you are now is completely irrelevant for where you choose to be tomorrow. You can choose better feeling states now for a better tomorrow, or you can choose the same story, depending on what you want to hold true in your reality. Because at the end of the day, the universe doesn't give bonus points for the people that are just factual reporters. We know where we are, and we know that in some instances, in some areas of our life, it may not be where we want to be, but it literally takes like a split second to notice that. A lot of people are taking a lot more than a split second to place attention and focus on that, though, which I find to be incredibly strange for people that want a different reality. At the end of the day, who you choose to be right now and who you choose to be in the next moment can be entirely different people. It's all about embodying the identity of being the version of yourself that you want to be in the future now. Now, how do I refer to this as? This is what I talk about in my group programs, pretty much all of them, but they're just catered to in different categories. It's all about stepping into the 2.0 version of yourself. And 2.0 version of yourself has different thoughts, different feelings, different actions, different ways of walking around and having a different self-assured nature as it pertains to the object of their desire. So if you were to think of yourself right now as an example, okay, as an example with money, because this is the lecture I gave a little bit in my money class. If you were to think of the version of yourself that's as broke as a $2 bill, i.e., Persis 4 months ago, okay, before she healed her relationship with money and spoke money into her existence. Persis' mindset of being broke as a $2 bill and not having two dimes to rub together felt very depressed, felt a lot of lack, felt a lot of sparsity, um, sparsity, if I could speak correctly. I needed some water, pardon me. So felt a lot of sparsity around money. Didn't feel good about it, didn't feel confident, didn't feel like it was meant for her. Felt like money doesn't grow on trees. How is it going to fall out of the sky? Where is it going to come from? How is it going to come from? Maybe it's not meant for me. Maybe I'm shooting too high. Maybe I'm having unrealistic expectations. And can you think for a moment, knowing what you know on my page, new subscriber or old, what do you think it created as a consequence of that very poor self-conception around money? Not a lot of good things. Not a lot of good things. A lot of instances where I was just literally trying to buy groceries, pay for vegetables and fruits in a Publix checkout line and getting my card declined. And eventually I had to get my card declined enough amount of times. I had to get my bank overdrafted enough amount of times to be like, I'm done living like this. This is not the way that I want to live anymore. This is not the way that I choose to live anymore. Waking up completely depressed and miserable and isolated and lonely and unhappy and unfulfilled is what really kicked me into high gear to step up my spiritual, I guess you could say, evolution and really heal the parts of me that were deeply hurt due to bad programmings that I had as a young girl. And at the end of the day, was it easy? No. Was it difficult? Absolutely. Did I cry more buckets that could probably fill the Pacific Ocean? Absolutely. I'm dramatic, by the way. But at the end of the day, was it worth it? Yeah, it was very worth it. It was very worth it. I may still wear a $10 shirt on my back from 10 years ago, but at the end of the day, I love that I have healed my relationship with money. I don't feel anxiety around money. I don't feel shame or guilt or sparsity around money. And at the end of the day, the way that I got there was I stepped into the 2.0 version of myself and I relentlessly refocused myself back to her. Every time my brain would go outwards and be like, but where's the money going to come from? How is this even going to happen for you? Money's not meant for you. I would be like, I am abundant. Money comes to me and money finds me, and I release the resistance of understanding who, what, when, where, how this is going to happen. No, but that's not really meant for you. I don't think you could really have that. That's not really something that's realistic. I'm saying it's realistic now. This is what it is. If this stuff actually works, and if I say this is what it is, then by hell or high water, this is what's going to happen. And I got really pissed off about it and I got really angry because I let myself self-sabotage for so long. If anybody wanted to be part of leading the victimization parade, that was your girl right here. And I very, very proudly say it now because I feel like it needs to be normalized how much of a struggle sometimes glowing up your life is. It's deeply triggering. It's deeply hurtful. You're going to have a lot of moments where you're double-minded and you're wondering if you're a crazy person or this is real or this is fake. But the best way to understand and break that down is to literally just do it for yourself. Like literally go all in. And some people like myself need to hit a rock bottom for that to happen. Some people just need to take note of their reality and realize they wanted to be farther in their life than where they are right now. And that's literally all it took for them to change their life around 180 degrees. Another person could have literally just came onto my page, saw all my success stories, and was like, I want to try that, and just come into my world with a scientific curiosity of mind and get rapid results. At the end of the day, I'm living proof that once you get your head out of your butt, okay, out of it, out of it, out of it, okay, just saying, you can have a radically different life. And think about this realistically. Does it really matter whether your person, place, or thing, whether it's money, whether it's love, whether it's lifestyle or relationships, does it really matter if you manifest soul fulfilling love and that person trots in on a donkey or comes in on a hoverboard or comes out of a UFO? Does it really matter? If the money comes from the tree in the backyard, a check from an old relative, or a raise at your work, does it really matter? Does it really matter? I'm just trying to ask for a friend. Just trying to ask. It doesn't. Let me do the spoiler alert. It doesn't. At the end of the day, what I want to be so abundantly clear is where you are now irrelevant to where you choose to be. Because even where you are now and all the hyper criticism that you're placing on it is just not needed. You don't need to be a news reporter. You need to start stepping into the 2.0 version of yourself right now and asking yourself, what's the best feeling state I can go for? What's the best technique that helps me live in the end the easiest? Do I need to maybe practice the art of future tense affirming, which I caused quite a riot over on TikTok, and I'm very proud of it, because a lot of people just, I don't know, I guess they just don't have education these days, which is crazy to me. Crazy, gosh. Oh my God. I digress. I have the attention span of a butterfly. You guys are going to have to get used to it. Um, at the end of the day, this is all about, as an example, what helps Stephanie's brain get on with her news story the best? What helps Veronica's brain get on with her news story the best? What helps Brian's brain get on with the news story the best? What helps Steve's brain get on with the news story the best? I can sit here and give you countless techniques or affirmations until the cows come home. But at the end of the day, that's going to be completely irrelevant because your brain is going to work differently than mine. Please try things out, experiment with it, try different techniques, see what hits the deepest. And if there was one pivotal piece of advice or two pivotal pieces of advices that I wanted to drop in this video, it is the art of relentless refocusing, what I spoke of before. And the second piece and the final piece in this video is acting like goals. This is a very good example to give in money because it's a very eloquent way of articulating it. But let's just say I have like $50 in my bank, a very nominal amount of money. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter whether I have $50 or $500,000 in my bank account. What you need to understand is everybody, no matter their background, no matter their race, no matter their religion, no matter their physical appearance, no matter their any dang thing, you are goals for somebody else. There are people, even for the person with $50 in their bank account, that don't even know where their next meal is coming from. That is a homeless person on the side of the road outside a local restaurant just trying to get scraps from somebody. On the other hand of the spectrum, you could have $500,000 in the bank, but you could be so emotionally unfulfilled and still feel like a failure because you want to go to the next level, but you don't know how to get there and you feel chronically stuck. At the end of the day, if you don't do the healing work now, it's not going to matter whether you have $50 in the bank or $500,000 in the bank. With the amount of thousands of people I work with, I know plenty of seven-figure business owners that literally cry themselves like into a fit in the middle of a cafe because they feel like a failure despite having seven figures in their bank account, going to show that the inner work doesn't stop for people with more or people with less. There are people that are in fulfilling relationships, but at the end of the day, maybe are unfulfilled in a certain aspect of the relationship. And you may look at that relationship and be like, oh my God, that's goals. Look at that situation going on over there. But the thing is, we don't always have that perspective. I want to challenge you that this week, walk around in your life as if you are goals, because it doesn't matter where you are presently, someone else has less than what you have. And if you don't even have value or appreciation for what you have, you're never going to be capable of getting to the next level. I'm not trying to be all hippy dippy on you and talk about like gratitude and stuff like that, but I'll be honest with you, I've been adopting it really recently and it's done wonders in my world. It's multiplied things by tenfold. And I'm not even sure why I'm surprised because the law of increase is a very big thing. At the end of the day, when you focus on the good, like Persis says again and again, the good gets better. But if I focus on the bad's going to get worse. I'll give you an example in love. Let's say my partner cooks me a homemade dinner, but I get upset because it's not a 3-course meal. Do you know how undervalued and unappreciated my partner is going to be? My partner is going to be like, this spoiled son of a you know what. I cannot believe she has no type of appreciation towards the gesture that I've given her. Oh my God, I don't even feel like giving her anything else ever again. How unappreciative of her. Women, unfortunately, I'm calling you out in this video because my men don't really have this problem that I work with. They just have the chronic problem of literally criticizing everything. Like at the end of the day, they could finally manifest a text message after months of trying to manifest something. Maybe they come on my page, something resonates, and they finally get the text message to come through. But as soon as the text message comes through, do you know what they do? It's so crazy. Do you know what they do? They'll sit here and they'll be like, but he didn't confess his feelings, but he didn't ask for, XYZ situation. He didn't ask me out. This didn't happen. That didn't happen. They will literally criticize and pick apart from top to bottom everything that's gone wrong, even though this is something they previously prayed and wished and hoped for. Make that make sense to me. At the end of the day, the universe cannot give you more if you're completely ungrateful and focusing on all the things that are going wrong. If you're focusing on all the things that are going wrong, you're going to get more reasons for why more things should go wrong. At the end of the day, gratitude should be the only attitude that you have, because you are goals for somebody else and you need to walk around in your life with your shoulders back and your chest out and act like it. There are too many people with less. There are too many people that maybe don't even have this knowledge or education. You are blessed beyond comparison. Blessed beyond comparison. Even our parents didn't have the art and the partial curse of social media. Do you understand how they had to get to this lecture? They had to go to the back of a certain theater and listen to Neville Goddard in an invite-only section. Okay? So try to practice this in this upcoming week, and I want you to comment down below the results you reap out of it. I love you guys so much. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please do stay tuned for some more videos as well. Like, share, comment, subscribe, send it out to all your friends, put them on game. And like I said before, if you're interested in still taking advantage of the 75% off for my group programs, please do look at that down below. Any comments, questions, or concerns, you're more than free to email me, and I will see you guys in the next video.